Hey, how we doing, guys? It's Dino here from Fundamental Guitar. Today's lesson is going to be In My Place by Coldplay. I'm going to sing the first verse and then we'll go to the lesson from there. So, in my place, were lines that I couldn't change. I was lost, oh yeah. I was lost. Crossed lines I shouldn't have crossed. I was lost, oh yeah. Alright, that's the verse, that's how it sounds, that's how the song goes. Before that, you've got an intro, which I'm going to break down because the progression on the intro is near enough how most of the song plays out. Okay, for the intro, you're going to have 4 bars, and each bar is going to be a split measure. Basically, it means you're going to have 2 chords within each bar. Each chord will be played for 2 beats. So for the first bar of the intro, it's G to G/F sharp. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Next bar is going to be B minor and a D. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then your next bar is going to be a G to E minor. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Then it's going to be that B minor to D again. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. And notice what I was doing there with the strumming, it's just all downstrokes, so even the ands are downstrokes. It's a very typical thing for Coldplay songs. Right, so that's the intro. That progression there, that 4-bar progression, is near enough the same thing for the verses, the link, the instrumental and the mid lane. There's a slight variation on the verse. If you notice what I was playing there, the only difference is it's basically twice round, but the first time round, instead of playing the E minor, you play E minor 7. Right, so I'm going to go through the transitions now on the verse. So you're going to have a G to a G/F sharp. So basically the bass line is walking down. When we play a regular G, there's a bass note there. E, F sharp, G. Now we want an F sharp, so we want to move back to the 2nd fret. 2 ways you could do that from your G. You can release both fingers, which is what I was doing, and play in the F sharp with my thumb. The thumb will also mute the A string, so you're going to be playing 2, mute, 0, 0, 0, 3. That is your G sharp, G/F sharp, G with the F sharp in the bass. Another way you could play it would be to release your 2nd finger and then move your 1st finger up 1 string, and that finger would also rest on the A string to move that, and that's another way to play. I would, play it the way that you feel more comfortable and find easiest, but I would encourage you to learn these thumb over techniques. They're very common in loads of songs really, but especially in the Coldplay songs. Alright, so that's your first bar. 2nd bar is going to be B minor to your D. Could be a bit tricky because it's a bar chord, but just practice it and you'll get it down. 3rd bar is going to be a G to an E minor, and for this G I like to play what you might call a power G. It's basically where the 3rd and 4th fingers are down on the 1st and 2nd strings on the 3rd fret. Very easy to transition between a D and a G when you play that power G. All it is really is that's a D note. So you've already got the open D there. There's 2 Ds. D's the 5th note in the chord. So just beefs it up a little bit. So yeah, D. So from that D I go to that G, and then the next chord is in the verse is an E minor 7. So to get that, you take your 2nd finger off and put it underneath your 1st, and then release your pinky. And now that's your E minor 7. So that'll be G, E minor 7, and then you've got the B minor again to the D. That's the first half of the verse. The 2nd half is exactly the same, but instead of playing the E minor 7, you just play a regular E minor. Right, so getting into the chorus, I'll play it first for you and then I'll see what I'm doing. So, yeah, how long must you wait for? Yeah, how long must you Right, it's going to be C for a bar, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you can play all the strokes there, and then split measure, it's going to be between G and D slash F sharp. So 2 beats for G and 2 beats for D slash F sharp. So for your G, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. G we know how to play. D slash F sharp, basically it's just a D with an F sharp in the bass now. So similar to what we did with the G slash F sharp. Regular D you play from the 4th string down, because the 4th string, the open D is the root note, that's the bass note for a normal D, but now we want F sharp as our bass note. So thumb over, 6th string 2nd fret, and you just literally play from the 6th string down. You can mute the A string if you want, but A is in the chord, so you can let it ring out. So you're going to play that 3 times over, and then on the 4th time it will just be a bar of C and then a bar of a regular D. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then it goes into a link, which is the same chords as the intro. Second verse, we just done those chords there. Second chorus is the same as the first. There's an instrumental section which is the same as the intro again, and then there's this mid-late bridge section. It's the same chords as the intro, but just so you get an idea of the vocal section, will be singing please, 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 come back and sing to me, Amen, come on and sing it out. That's repeated over and over again, twice, sorry. That's your middle A instrument or bridge, sorry, whatever you want to call it. And then there's an outro. For the outro, it starts off the same as it would the verse. So it's going to be in my place were lines that I couldn't change. I was lost, oh yeah, oh yeah. Right, so what we did there was we played a G slash F sharp, which that's how we play in the verse anyway, B minor to a D. So we know all that. Second pass will be a G, E minor 7, and this is where it starts to change to D6, a D7, and then a G. So I'll show you how to play those 2 chords now. For your D6, you want to take your 2nd finger and put that on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and then put your 3rd finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. So from the 4th string down, you're going to be playing 0, 2, 0, 2. That's your D6, and then for your D7, you're just going to put your 1st finger down on the 2nd string of the 1st fret. So now from the 4th string down, you're going to be playing 0, 2, 1, 2. That's your D7, and then so it ends on a G there. So that's everything there. I know there's a lot going on. Split measures make it a little bit difficult. Once you get to know the order of the chords, I'm sure you'll be fine. Practice it. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. Hopefully you enjoy the lesson, and I'll see you again soon.